Hey traders, Richard here from Ninjacators. Check out this trade I recently took with members of our fast track program. Now, I was trading one of my strategies called the supply and demand synergy trade. You can see those red and green boxes on the charts are basically supply and demand zones that's automatically identified by our software. Now, on the left hand side, I've got a 5-minute chart of the ES at that time, as well as a 1 minute on the right. The one on the left, the 5-minute chart, I use to determine my trend. I've got a trend detector also on there that helps me decide whether I only want to take demand zones or supply zones. In this case, it was bullish at the moment, which meant that I was only going to wait for price to pull into one of my demand zones, those green boxes, to take a trade. Now, the chart on the right hand side, on the 1 minute, I use as execution chart. So you can see there was at that time, about half an hour into the live session, a 12-tick high demand zone, on the 5 minute, and then also a 5-tick demand zone on the 1 minute. And what I'm looking for with this strategy is basically an overlap of the smaller time frame within the higher time frame. So this forces you to be a bit patient, and quite often when you get these overlaps, or what we call a synergy setup, we want to see price move all the way from where price was currently trading into that smaller time frames demand zone. And once I get one of my setup candles, I would then be happy to take a trade. I did speed things up a little bit here. Again, this is a replay of an actual live trade that we took in the room. And it wasn't too long, price started making its way downwards again from that upper supply zone. And price hit that 5-tick wide demand zone on the 1 minute time frame. And what I normally wait for is basically a candle that either gives me a bullish engulfing if I want to go long, or a candle that fails to make a new low, which I call a velocity trigger setup. It was actually on this candle that's currently forming at the moment that I start preempting an entry. I like trading with 2 contracts, in this case placing a buy stop order, waiting for that candle to close. Again, if it would fail to make a new low below the previous green candle, then I'll enter with a tick above that candle's high. Also using my risk reward tool, if I were to place a stop below the higher time frames demand zone, it would be about 15 ticks, so it's within the tolerance of what I'm happy risking with. And it wasn't too long, got filled. I like trading with 2 targets to the upside. First target was at a 1-to-1, again 15 ticks in this example, and I was happy to place my stop loss, second target at a 1-to-2, which just so happens to be again within that supply zone. Just in case price would retest it, it will be a good area to potentially get out. Right, it was a little bit of a pullback for a short little while. Again, speeding things up a little bit over here. Didn't have to wait too long, and price then eventually start proceeding its way to the upside again. And I immediately decided that I wanted to reduce my risk, or overall risk, by half. Didn't have to wait too long. Took about $200 on that first contract. Decided to trail my stop to break even plus a few ticks in my favor. Nearly got filled on my second contract, which was at 1-to-2. And I decided to trail my stop a little bit higher. And I was really hoping for price to take out those previous highs within that supply zone. But on the very next candle, again speeding things up a little bit, as soon as that candle closed, I decided to move my stop even higher. I was slightly above where I took my first profit on that 1-to-1. Unfortunately, I missed that second target, or price missed my second target by a tick or so, but I got filled on second contract on my stop, or my trailing stop, and overall walked away with about $400 US, about $412 US. Again, taking this live in one of our fast track trading sessions, which is meant for education as well as live trading. So a nice trade overall. Took less than 10 minutes to make its way to those targets, and then got stopped out, but really nice little trader overall for not too much work. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. If you want to get your hands on this indicator or join our Ninjacators Fast Track program, then please click on the link down in the description. I hope to see you on the inside. Take care and happy trading. Goodbye.